Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today I have some Witchcore Spring. I have 3 DIYs. DIY number 1, the Silver Widow. So I got a couple of these eggs last year at Dollar General, and they've got this goofy letter on the front, but we're just gonna pop that off. I'd take my razor knife there just to get it started so I can get my putty knife underneath. And always try to point these things away from your fingers. And I'm just going to carefully, a little at a time, until it pops off. Now it has this flocking stuff on it. And you can sit there and scrape it if you want. But then I thought, let me try a little water. And these eggs have kind of a semi-gloss finish on them. So the water didn't hurt it any. It wasn't raw NDF or anything it was going to soak into. And look at that. It scrapes right down to the paint. And I paint this egg with violet chalk paint. And once that's dry, I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge on there and let that dry. I have this piece of floral wrap, they call it. I got it from Amazon. And I'm going to try this. I had no idea if this was going to work. It ended up working great, but I wasn't sure. So that's parchment paper. Make sure you have parchment paper. That'll protect your iron from the glue and protect, that floral wrap. It's kind of a nylon kind of material, so I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but it worked. It worked very nicely. And we're just going to slowly keep pressing down with our little hobby iron here until it reactivates the Mod Podge. And look at that. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it worked. The edges are down pretty well. Then I've got it upside down on my cutting mat, and I'm just going to cut a little bit at a time. Got my utility blade here, and right up against the edge, very carefully, just start cutting away the excess. Check that out. I couldn't believe it actually worked. I have to remember that technique on some other items. And we're going to go ahead and seal it with some Mod Podge as well. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm all about the witches. I'm glad to be getting into spring finally. So this is if a witch celebrated Easter kind of thing. This would be in her cottage. So I've got some silver metallic, and I'm just going to dry brush that across the front and the sides. Give it a little shine. And I've got these little black leaves, and I'm also going to dry brush some of the silver metallic to that as well. And I'm going to glue the leaves to the side. Or it's on the front, but on the front towards all the way to the right side. You know what I mean. And I did take them apart, cut them in half, separated them so that I could leave a little space. I've got that little rose there. I used a mold with hot glue. You can do clay, you can do whatever you like, but the hot glue works so well in a silicone mold. So now I'm just taking the nozzle and kind of melting. It's made of glue, so I'm just kind of melting it a little bit. And I add some just to make sure it's going to stick nicely. And this little black spider, I dry brush some silver on him, and we're going to glue him in place. And that's it. Easy. The Silver Widow. What do you think of that? I kind of like it. DIY number 2. The Sealed Spells. So here's another one of these same eggs. I did the same thing, and I'm going to paint this one black. And once that's dry, I've got all these little witchy charms, and I'm going to take just a little tiny bit of hot glue to attach each one. They only have to stay put for a little while. We're going to seal them under some tissue paper. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want big blobs and strings everywhere if you can help it. So just a tiny bit. And again, they're going to come loose and move around, but as long as they halfway stay put long enough. So we're just going to go ahead and squirt some Mod Podge all over the top of this. We're going to spread it around in between and all underneath and all over the top of everything. Because we want to try to keep as much detail as we can. See, I'm making sure I get up all against the edges of everything. And then I've just got one big piece of crumpled tissue paper. And we're just going to lay that right over the top and press that down. Now I'm going to take this little paintbrush and dab all around everything and press it down all around the little charms. Now, there's no way you're going to do all this without it ripping here and there. Just, be gentle. And the little spots that rip open, it's no big. You just get smaller pieces and patch it, and you'll see that. Here we go. So we're a little hole ripped in it, because it's going to happen as you press it down. And I'm just going to take, that star gave me fits. I had to go around that whole star and batch it up. And it wasn't that bad. It was only a few spots I had to fix up. And we're just taking a little tiny piece of the tissue paper and adding it to those areas. And there's the key that kind of ripped down the side on me a little bit. And when you use the torn edges, it just melts together. And then I've trimmed it really close, and I'm just going to light it up and let the fire burn the edges off. And the glue was kind of heavy around the edges, so it didn't do like a clean line. But then, and at first I was like, oh damn, but then I looked at it, I'm like, oh wait, no, that's exactly what I want. It's got kind of a rough little edge going around it. And then we're going to paint the front of this black again. And I had to do 2 coats. You got to make sure, because once it's dry, you'll see where you missed. And when you got texture like this and these charms, there's going to be little spots. So once that's dry, I'm going to take my black flash metallic, and we're going to dry brush that all over the top so we can pick up those charms and the texture in the paper both. Now this is kind of subtle, and I was sitting there going, well, what should I add to it? I'm like, no, you know what? I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to get this metallic on here. And we're going to go back over it and make sure I do it heavier on top where the charms actually are, because you want them to show up. And you can use a lighter, brighter color so it stands out more. That's a matter of preference. And that one is done. DIY number 3, the hatchling. Now this is a little fun. This is fun. We're getting a little crazy over here. Now I've got this plastic egg from Dollar General, and I'm going to just use these little scissors and carefully cut out little triangles so that it looks like the egg has cracked open. Now if you want, while the egg's together, you can draw where you're going to cut so they line up perfectly where it would have cracked. I didn't do that. I just found the best looking spot for the front, But if you want it to be more precise, then you can certainly do it that way. But I just did it. I just eyeballed it and rolled with it. And now this is the same technique as the crumpled tissue paper, but this is rice paper, and it's got all those fibers in it, and it gives it a heavier texture than the tissue paper. Plus, I wanted a stiffer paper because this plastic egg, especially once you cut it into those little skinny points, it gets kind of flimsy. So once I do this, it does firm up. And I go around and do the triangle shapes first, put some Mod Podge on the outside and the inside, and just do all the edges and fold it over to the inside. And make sure there's, Mod Podge on your brush when you go back over it. And you're also sealing it as you go, because you're adding Mod Podge to the top as you go. And I did 2 layers of the paper, and once it dried, it firmed it up quite a bit. And then we're just going to continue until we cover the entire thing inside and out. And you'll see in a minute, I had a printed image on a piece of rice paper that the ink spit all over it, and so I didn't use it. And instead of just using a new piece, you'll see there's a little bit of color on there. So you're going to paint it, so it doesn't matter. But you'll see it's going to look a whole lot different, and you're going to be like, what in the world? And once it was done, I thought, you could actually print some really cool pattern or color and just do that and not paint it, and it would look cool. And the picture I use is like orange and black colors, and I'm like, you know what, that'd be pretty just like that, you know. So, and it depends. You're going for something, see all the colors. But we're going to paint it with this Parisian gray. This is a folk art chalk paint. It is the prettiest gray. I used it on my plaster rose piece. And this is just a Dollar Tree candlestick. And I painted the first coat of black on it. And then what I did was I sealed it, sprayed it with matte sealer, and then did another coat. Because the paint on those, the paint comes off when you do the second coat, no matter how long you let it dry. And I'm just dry brushing with some black chalk paint to pick up all that nice texture. This one's fun. This one's cute. It's like, did something come out of there? Is there something running loose? You'll see. And make sure you get the black around all those edges so they show up nicely. Just keep on doing. Start light and get darker. You know, if you do it too dark, you can't go back. Well, you can. You just have to repaint the whole thing, but you start lighter, you're going to have a better time with it. And I've got this black flash metallic paint once again, and we're going to go over this candlestick. I like this paint. It's like color shift or whatever. You're supposed to see black in one direction and gold in the other. But the black, of course, doesn't show up on the black paint. But the gold is the darker gold. It's just, it's so pretty. I like it. It's more antique looking, I think. So that's all done. And we're just going to add a touch to the egg. We're going to go pretty light on this. We just want a little sparkle on all the raised texture areas there. Just give it a little something. And I did seal once I painted it and dry brushed the black. I did seal it with matte clear coat, and then I just go ahead and do the metallic over that. You can seal it again if you want, but I don't want to dull the metallic, but you do got to seal down that chalk paint. So I've got a piece of a dowel rod here I painted black, and I'm going to wrap that in some black Spanish moss. Take some hot glue, go around the top of my candlestick here, and glue the bottom piece of my egg to the candlestick. And once that's in place, we're going to add some to the bottom and glue our dowel rod. And I put a heavy amount of glue in there so it would stay, you know, stay hot for a minute, so I could make sure I had the dowel rod straight. If you have to adjust it, you don't want the glue cooling too fast. Added some more moss, and we just glue the top on. And this one is done. It's just too cute. It reminds me kind of a Little Shop of Horrors in a way. Feed me, Seymour. Remember that? Anyway, thank you for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed these DIYs, and I hope you'll come back and see me. I sure have fun doing it. There's my Silver Widow. And there you can see better in the reveal here that the charms show up very nicely. And the hatchling. I just think it's too funny. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and share and all the things. Bye.